All right, team, what's going on? I'm Tim Jenkins, and welcome to All Things QB. And today we are checking in on Jalen Hurts' Week 2 performance against the Minnesota Vikings that we all just watched on Thursday Night Football. But before we jump into it, I want you guys to know, if you're a football junkie like me, jump over to our Patreon account and support this channel. We've got more clips, longer breakdowns, plus free trials so you guys can try it before you buy it. But before we jump into it, I want you guys to know I'm a huge FTA guy, which means comment for the algorithm. Please like this video, and hopefully by the end of this video, I will earn your subscription on YouTube. And guys, I'm excited about this one because when you looked at the box score, you went, man, not sure that Jalen Hurts did a great job. And then all of a sudden, you turn on the tape and you go, it ain't so bad. This ain't so bad. This is pretty exciting. There's some good, there's some bad, there's some no grades. I'm excited about it. So without further ado, let's jump into the film. All right, Patreon team, today we are jumping into Jalen Hurts and we're breaking down his game from last night on Thursday Night Football. So without further ado, let's jump into the film. All right, team. First and foremost, before we jump into this breakdown, I want you guys to know that I feel like absolute garbage. So I'm sorry if my voice is a little funky, okay? I mean, you have 4 kids at home. These little guys, man, they bring home everything, you know, and you love them up, okay? You give them hugs, you give them kisses. Next thing you know, you got what they had, okay? So you got a Halls thing in your mouth. It's 4:15 in the morning in Colorado, and you're shooting a breakdown about Jalen Hurts. With all that being said, let's jump into the film. You understand? Okay, we got a big-time shot play to start the day. Big time stuff. We're going to get through all this pre-snap. We've just got double verts. We've got a little flash action to the right. Jalen, all night, to me, hunted with the football, stood in there under pressure. Look at him here. Watch him. Standing in there under pressure, delivering a dime. Heck of a contested catch by Devontae Smith. That's the kind of stuff where you sit there and you go, this is what makes the Eagles a Super Bowl contender. You have a quarterback who's competing, right? Hey, I'll stand in the pocket. I'll throw this thing under duress. I'm going to hunt with the football. And then you have a receiver who says, I'm going to be competitive too. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to high point this football off of this dude's dome. And I'm going to make a big-time play to start this game. That's great. Okay, this one I've got no grade on. Okay, we've got a cover 2 hole shot. And I'm like, to be honest with you, I think it's a good ball. I think we got to get our feet down. Okay? Simultaneously, maybe are we a little outside? Sure. We got the takeoff outside. We're getting to cover 2. You're seeing this safety's getting back. Okay? Corner's getting up. Boom. You guys watch these two first. I want you guys to watch this exchange from the disguise to cover 2. You see it right there? Okay, it's probably more Tampa, right, with this guy in the middle, but we're just talking this side specifically. Okay, we get a little cover 2. Jalen Hurts rips a hole shot. That's tough for me. It's like part of me thinks that's a great darn ball and we got to get our feet down and make a play if I'm being honest. The other part of me is like, maybe a little outside. Let's watch from the tight here. We got to say great football. We're changing this thing on the fly. You can see right here the good, bad. We've got no grade. We're changing it to good because that's a heck of a ball. To me, heck of a football, giving your guy a shot. We have to make these ones, right? Why do you make money as a receiver? To catch the easy ones? No. Because literally we could pull Bob out of accounting to catch the curl route that hits you in the chest most of the time. Okay, Bob would catch it most of the time. But NFL guys, we got to catch the hard ones. Okay, this one's certified bad. There ain't no way around it. There's no grade and then changing it. This is certified bad. We've got the dagger concept. You can alert this. And then you get to your in route. Okay. I see what Jalen's thinking. What Jalen's thinking is this guy's floating, and there's a shot that once I wrap him, I can let this thing rip. What he's not accounting for is how hard-footed this Tampa guy is, who also gets in there to pick it if our underneath guy wouldn't have made a good play. But, you know, sometimes on 3rd and 16, or 3rd and whatever, 10, 16, whatever that was, we got to take our medicine, right? Minnesota getting in their disguise that they were in all night, where it looks like 0. They bail out of it. You just can't have that, right? Yeah, can't have it. Can't have it. You like that your guy's aggressive with the football. You dislike when we turn the ball over, right? Love this one. We got the dog concept. You've got the under with the deep out, okay? You really read this thing 1 to 2, right? And then the 1's going to be wide open. Hey, if our first progression's open, we don't pass it up. Boom, put it on him. Man, I love that. That's good QB play, right? Sure, could we work to the second progression? Absolutely, we could. But guess what? Your first progression's there, so you take it. You don't work. Ball. Yep, that's good quarterback play. Efficient quarterback play. Celebrate efficiency. Okay, we've got one of 2 sneaks we're going to show. Jalen Hurts going to get vertical. We got the double push from backside. A lot of people get excited about the formation. Hey, look at this formation. We got the double pushers. It ain't about the formation, family. It's about the big dogs up front. Look at these guys generate push. Look at Kelsey, okay? Podcaster by day, drop your skull and get low by night. You understand? Look at his skull here. Utter disregard for his body. This wholeheartedly reminds me that when you see these guys up front who are willing to do this, get low, push people so their guy can score. You know what it reminds me of? How much better our country would be if all you could elect were offensive linemen. If all you could do would be, if every elected official was an offensive lineman, our country would be in a perfect spot. You know why? These men work their tails off their whole life to only get their name called when they mess up. And guess what? 2nd and 1, we can count on you to push guys in the end zone. We're going to score a touchdown. You guys are going to say, hey, Tim, why are you playing the same clip twice? I'm not. Next drive. We do it again. We do it again, back to back. Look at Kelsey, dude. He's 4 yards deep in the end zone. Gosh, you got to love that. You got to love it, okay? Just like impressive stuff. This has not been stopped yet. Going back to last season. And maybe 2 years ago. I don't really know. I think it was last year, but. This I love too, man. Jalen Hurts again, standing in there, throwing a dime. We're 5-on-5 up front, okay? These guys were 5-on-5. We've got a free runner coming at us. We've got a takeoff, though. Jalen Hurts is going to stand in there against a free runner. He's going to wear a face shot, and he's going to deliver a strike for a touchdown. This was a huge momentum shift, in my opinion, when I was watching the game live. I just love that he's willing to stand in there against a free runner and deliver a strike. Look at the strength, too, to drive this thing without really getting all the way through the throw. Man, that's great. That's great. This is a really good one, too. This is a little deep sit, okay? We're going to rip a little deep sit here. Simple concept, right? We've got the vertical clear outside. We're going to get to 10. We're going to go ahead and tight outside turn. More like a deep stick, if I'm being honest, but you could call it a deep sit if you'd like. 1, 2, 3, ball. Okay, I'm going to talk through Jalen's footwork too, because I think something that football fans, young quarterbacks watching this, whoever the heck you are, watch his feet here. This what's called a one skip drop. One skip. You see that? Where we don't really cross over. It's one and skip and ball. This is what we call like a modified quick game drop, meaning, hey, a little deeper than quick game. And the one skip drop, to me, is what a lot of young quarterbacks are missing in their arsenal when they're playing from gun. Jalen Hurts ain't missing it. He's making plays. Okay? Here we've got one. I'm going to no grade it, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I get what he's doing. I want you guys to watch Devontae Smith because, remember, we talked about Dagger. On Dagger, this is your alert. This is your one, right? We talked about that. Oh, shoot. Just undid a great line. But I want you guys to get eyes on Devontae Smith. Eyes on him. Just watch him. Only him. Right? Now I want to walk you guys through Jalen Hurts' mindset of why he gets to his check down. He gets to his check down because what he feels is sink in the coverage, meaning watch how these guys all bail out and create cushion. When you feel this as a quarterback, your tendency is, let me get to my check down because now he has space, okay? The thing is we didn't really account for the fact that we don't have anyone in the middle of the field. So, do I think Jalen Hurts could have stood in there and delivered a strike on the dagger in? Yeah, I do. Do I completely understand why he got to his back? Yeah, I really do. I really understand why. So, it's one of those where Eagles fans, you guys are going to look at that and you're going to say, the guy's wide open, which I agree with. But you also need to understand the other aspect of it, which is we saw sink and we got to our back, which generally isn't a bad decision. Right here, we just got a little curl flat concept, right? You read this thing, curl outside of the flat. All right, team. I hope you enjoyed those 9 clips. What you just saw was a little preview of clip number 10, and it's part of the other clips that I have and the longer breakdown that I have over on Patreon. And just a reminder, we got free trials, so you can try it before you buy it, or it's just a super affordable way to support the channel so we can keep doing more breakdowns, get better lighting, get better audio, get better cameras, all that kind of stuff. But guys, I don't want you to have to subscribe on Patreon to hear the answer to, was Jalen Hurts effective against Minnesota? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I went to bed early last night, okay? As I told you at the beginning of the video, I'm banged up, man. 4 kids. Everybody in the house is sick. Me and Emily are in the midst of a remodel. You could tell I'm up against it. You can see it in my eyes. You guys don't have to lie to me. You could see it. You could say, Tim, I see it, man. You're banged up, okay? But, so went to bed early, woke up, and I said, who am I going to cover? Looks like the Eagles won. Jalen's box score doesn't look so great. Kirk looked like he had a massive game, but they lost. So you sit there and you go, okay, let's cover Jalen Hurts. Let's see what's going on. And the dude balled out. There were so many plays that I'm like, hey, this got called back because of pass interference or a hold. This got called back because, or hey, we didn't complete this one because our guy dropped it. Or there's all these things that he could have had a massive game. I thought he played a really efficient, good quality football game, right? I think the interception was obviously bad. But other than that, I'm like, I was impressed by the tape. So guys, I want you to comment. You tell me what you think of Jalen Hurts' performance. If you're all the way here now, please hit that subscribe button. If you're not going to jump over to Patreon and all you want to do is support by hitting subscribe, it would still mean the world to me. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. And until next time, peace.